At Bill Harris Dealerships, we are proud to be distinctly different. Always guided by our core values, we are committed to providing you with a top-rate experience every time you step through one of our doors. Our service and sales teams are staffed with automotive experts who love providing meaningful service to everyone who visits one of our 3 dealerships. So whether you're looking for a brand new Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or something from our always changing used inventory, you can depend on Bill Harris Dealerships to always be there for you.
Good morning, Mayor VanSickle.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey, since the last time we talked, there seems to be a lot of happenings here in Loudonville, which kind of brings me to my first question that I wanted to ask you. What is the big announcement I keep hearing about that's coming for Loudonville?
Well, it wasn't so much a big announcement. It was an unveiling of the work that we've put in the last year with OHM. We put out in the fall a survey to residents about what they'd like to see changes in town. We gave them I think it was like 8 to 10 different concepts and areas that they would like to be addressed. And the committee narrowed it down to 5, and we unveiled what concepts OHM came with on Monday at noon at the theater. We wish we could have had it later in the day, but OHM, they have other clients too. So that was the best time for Arthur to get down here. He's a head man for our project. And we had about 50 people, I want to say, show up. And we have posters throughout the village with QR codes on them. I know that some people don't like the QR codes, but that's the most cost-effective way to do a survey anymore, instead of having a giant pamphlet printed out for them to send in, and then you go through it. With the QR code, you can have that data readily available to you.
Okay, great. And how did you decide to do a project like this? I mean, that's quite a feat to tackle here.
It is, and it's went down a couple times actually, Joe. I've lived here in the village 48 years now, my life. And there's been people that have brought up projects up like this, and they never seem to come off the ground or get the support it needed. We've had, I know Mayor Strickland was a big proponent of changing the downtown. Matt Young, has brought it up in council to revitalize the downtown. Tom Young also has about, reaching out to different small communities like ours. So, back to a year ago now, we reached out to a few of those villages and got some ideas, got some different companies that do this, and we thought OHM was the best fit for us, talking to different mayors and stuff. So we went with OHM, and our goal was to get a plan. There's never been a plan established, kind of a foundation, I want to say. So that's our goal, was to get a foundation started for the downtown to change things that we could build off of. Even with the concepts of OHM, it doesn't mean they're going to be just like those concepts. Talking with Matt Miller, I mean, he said he went through the same things with OHM, that, there's changes that he wanted to make, and they did in Ashland. And, we're not Ashland, we're not trying to be Ashland, we're just trying to make Loudonville a little better for people to come in and want to stay downtown.
Absolutely. With so many concepts that was offered, is that going to stretch the village, too thin?
Yeah, that's a big worry, I know, a concern for people. We're not going in and doing 5 concepts all at once. That's just ridiculous to even think about. If we tackled, let's just say, for instance, the streetscape. You're talking about a project that might not be done or even started for a few years. It's a thing that you have to go one concept at a time. It's a slow process. We knew that going in. We didn't want to tear the whole village up all at once and just spit it out. We want to do it right. We want to make things nice for the residents that are here. You have to take it slow, and you have to find the funds to do it.
All right. So speaking of the funds, that follows right into my next question there. So how will you pay for all these projects? What do you have set up?
Well, there's a little misconception there. You know, we're trying to use as little taxpayer money as possible. There's a lot of grants out right now. It's another reason that we went with OHM. They're fantastic at finding grants and helping you write grants, especially for downtown streetscape right now. The grants are a lot out there, and you know, we financially want to bank those grants and make it so that we can pay for those through those grants and not through taxpayer money. It would be our goal. You know, obviously you're going to get a little, but our goal, I mean, if it's too expensive, we're not going to do it, plain and simple. We're not, you know, I know this council here and our fiscal officer is very good with the budget and how we spend our money. You know, the last couple of years we've been saving it back, actually not spending the money because of the COVID. We didn't know, you know, tax dollars coming in, you know, what we were going to have, especially when no one was working. So, you know, if we can save money, that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. And I know you had this, you know, where people go and see the different concepts that they had for there. Was there any concerns, or did anybody bring up anything that that concerned them that you would like to address?
Yeah,
you know, with that.
There's been a few. Our main street is really, really wide, and God bless the designers of our downtown, because we have that room to work with, and I'm sure they thought of it back then. If the concepts go through, that kind of like we want on that streetscape, we're going down to a 12-foot lane on each side. Well, you ask yourself, you know, I'm no expert. OHM has, you know, traffic engineers that actually work with them, and that's going to be as wide as any state route. 12 feet is wider than you think. You know, you can go out State Route 3, you can go down Main Street, down 39, it's going to be the same width. Okay. That was one of the main concerns for the agriculture, but you know, Jordan Lance of MAGF did a nice job of getting different people from different areas in the community to be able to talk. I know the fair, people are worried about the fair. We do have a representative that is representing the fair board on all these concepts, so we can make our fair work with our changes.
Absolutely. Is there any other village projects that's going to be happening this year, or anything exciting coming up?
Yeah, unfortunately last year we didn't get any streets paved like we wanted to. Our village administrator had left. We got a new one, so it kind of put us behind the 8 ball. But Garrett, along with our street committee, has identified 5 different streets. Well, 2 of them are going to be sewer, water, and new pavement, and 3 of them are just pavement, but they've identified them. We have the monies to do that. So this summer, it's going to be a pain in the butt for some residents, but we will have 5 new streets.
So my last question, Mayor, is there any events in Loudonville that's going to be coming up this year?
Yeah, well, I'll go this month and this coming next month.
Okay.
The theater is having the Sickle, which is put on by the high school drama club. That starts this weekend, and I believe it goes next weekend. You can go on the village or the theater website and get your tickets and check out events. I heard it's going to be a really good production in honor of Dr. Seuss. Also, April 21st is our Ladies' Night Out. It's a Friday. It's Kentucky Derby Day. So all the ladies are invited to wear their Kentucky Derby fancy hats and go around downtown and do a little shopping and have some fun.
That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, we have a lot of people turn out for that night.
All right. Any other events that might be coming up?
Not right this.
Not in immediate.
Not
month
immediate
here.
month. Yeah.
So.
I want to thank Bill Harris for sponsoring our video again, and take you out to a few of our shops and show them off to you, Joe.
Hey, and plus, speaking of Bill Harris, I just stopped by there. Man, their showroom floor now, their inventory, everything is coming together out there like you wouldn't believe.
I keep trying to tell Aaron that he should let me have that Mustang until they sell it, but
I asked him. I said, well, just let me drive around. I'll put little advertising on.
He won't let me do it. So.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, guys, we're down here at Creative Outlet Indian Store, right here on Main Street here in Loudonville, speaking with
Jill and Megan.
Jill and Megan. Mm-hmm. The first question I have for you is I was just speaking with the mayor. on some changes that's proposed for downtown Loudonville. As a business owner, what are your thoughts on that?
I think all change is good. I think we have a beautiful downtown already, but I think that we would be able to add more things to it, beautify it a little more. Like Jill said, utilize our Central Park more and with farmers markets, anything. Food trucks, bring more business downtown. So I think all change can be good, and this all is just a proposal that they've been bringing up, and I think it's really something great to get us going forward and hearing from the community what they want. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is mainly a Indian store, of course, it's right in the name, but what do you specialize in, or what if somebody said, hey, come to Loudonville and see this store, what would be the first thing they'd say? This store has
native jewelry.
Turquoise. Lots of turquoise.
Yes.
Jewelry, crafts, lots of native crafts. We have incense candles, but moccasins, Minnetonka sandals.
everything, clothing.
Rocks and crystals galore. But we specialize in the native jewelry. We've been here for 45 years in business, and we've owned it 3 years, and I've worked 35 with the previous owner.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
All right, one last quick question here. When somebody walks in, they see all this jewelry, do they ask you, where do you get all this from?
We do. We get that a lot. We go straight out to New Mexico and work, with the artists, meet with them, and bring it all back. We do a business trip every year out there, once a year, hopefully twice a year eventually. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll be leaving May 30th.
I was going to say, you're actually going out west,
we
New
are.
Mexico.
Yep.
Yes, New Mexico.
And that's to find new, exciting jewelry?
It is. And we have lists that customers have us look for.
Yep, we do.
And then we bring everything back with us, and we come back in the shop like on June 8th this year. So we'll have everything we unpack and ready to go.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, we're at another business here in Loudonville, right here on Main Street, called Indigo Ow. And I'm here with Ashley. Ashley, I just got done interviewing the mayor. And there's proposed changes for downtown Loudonville, as we discussed earlier. As a business owner, what are your thoughts on that? Good, bad, ugly, what?
Yeah, overall, I like a lot of the proposals. I think in general, I also live on Main Street, so that's I like the idea of sprucing it up a little bit. Also, like having some of the greenery. I think it kind of fits in with the area that we're in, being in the state park or around the state park. So I just think it'll attract a lot of people to come into town, but also the idea of living here, it's gonna make it even better that way too.
And if somebody was driving downtown Loudonville and they said, oh, there's a business called Indigo Ow.
Yeah.
What do they specialize in? What is like your number one seller here?
Yes. So one of the biggest things that draws people is the fact that we carry curvy. So we call it curvy, but it would be like an extra large to a 3X. So that's one of the big draws. But also we have a lot of like Judy Blue jeans for Vet. Those are very popular jean brands that a lot of people are going to that you can often get in can't get in all boutiques, but we do carry those. Also, I have a wide variety of items, so bags, shorts, bralettes, dresses, like we have a huge variety. And we also have maternity, nursing, and kids stuff as well. So kind of have the whole thing.
And I've seen you're already ready for spring with the with the swimwear out front there.
Yeah. So we have a lot of swimwear. And the cute thing about that is we actually have mommy and me styles. So that is, as long as you can get your kids to match you, which at that age you probably can't. But yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. And how long have you been in business? How long have you?
So we'll be here for about 5 years now. Okay. So yeah.
So how do you like Loudonville?
I actually love it. It's a super great place to raise kids. It's super welcoming, super friendly. So we love living here.
Well, again, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're down here at another local business here, Truly Inspired Paper Company. Speaking with Colleen.
Hello.
Colleen, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I wanted to ask you here, I'm kind of checking with a few businesses just to see this new proposed changes to downtown Loudonville. As a business owner, how do you see it? How do you feel about it?
I'm really excited about it. I realize that change is kind of hard and scary for some people, but I feel like this is really needed in our downtown. It's going to improve the streets, the signage. It's going to bring people out shopping more. I think it's a great thing.
And you guys, this is a printing place, so you print literally everything.
Right, we do.
And I was just asking you about the canvas print. So are you staying pretty busy here? Or?
We are, yes. This is actually our busiest time of year. In addition to canvas, we're a custom designer for stationery. So we do a lot of work with people planning events such as weddings, birthday parties, retirements. So this is kind of our busiest time of year as we get ready to head into spring and summer. You mentioned the canvas. We do print on canvas. You'll hear the printer running back here now. So it's actually doing some custom gift wrap. We have all kinds of printing.
Kind of like a one-stop all for printing needs.
That's what we try to be.
Well, great. How long have you been in business?
So we started our business in 2018. We've been here at this location for about a year now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate it, and have a very great day.
You're welcome. Thank you.
At Bill Harris Dealerships, we are proud to be distinctly different. Always guided by our core values, we are committed to providing you with a top-rate experience every time you step through one of our doors. Our service and sales teams are staffed with automotive experts who love providing meaningful service to everyone who visits one of our 3 dealerships. So whether you're looking for a brand new Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or something from our always changing used inventory, you can depend on Bill Harris Dealerships to always be there for you.